Okay, so for the water meth injection, I'm using the stock washer bottle for the meth. So methanol is used in winter grade washer fluid. So it also, you can use it for cleaning the windshield. But I have the side of the bottle tapped, so it goes into the engine as well. So, like I said, methanol can act as a fuel. It's just a different kind of fuel, and the water, combining the two, can act as an intercooler and bring down the temperature of the air going in the engine, which gives you more power. But you don't have to use that, but you can if you want. There's a switch right here. That's the switch. Okay, and let's see if I can light it up here. There's a little gear wheel, you see that? So you can spin that, and on the side, where the gear wheel is, that tells you can adjust that gear wheel according to the window here that's cut out, and you can adjust it up or down manually, and that just adjusts when you have the water meth kick on. So you can adjust when you want the water meth to come on. And let's see, here's the plugs for it. So if you want to just disconnect it totally, that blue tab right there, you just disconnect it like this. See, now it's disconnected. You can just leave it like that, run without it, good to go. Otherwise, you can plug it back in. And the very top tab here doesn't go to anything. If you're wanting to test it manually, you can disconnect this wire that I just plugged back in from the middle tab, and you can touch it to this top tab, and that's kind of a manual way to check the pump and everything, and make sure it's all working fine if you ever want to do that. I had this switch go bad before, and the pump was constantly running, like you can hear it when it kicks on. And I also have, next to the boost gauges, there's a little LED indicator light. It also tells you when it's on and off. So yeah, if you ever want to disconnect it, you just undo that tab. The switch, most of my water meth parts here are from a company called Devil's Own Water Meth. So that's where I get my nozzles. That's where I got the pump, the switch, the line, stuff like that. There's a check valve somewhere along here. Yeah, that's the check valve right there. A stainless check valve. It just makes sure, that just ensures that, fluid doesn't go backwards. Like it was allowed to go one way. So when I drilled and tapped actually the supercharger housing, this is a 1/4 inch national pipe threads, and you can get these block off fittings if you want to take it off altogether. They're just they're 1/4 inch national pipe threads, so you can, there's tons of them on these little Allen plugs if you want. You get them on eBay. But so you can disconnect this. So this is the nozzle right here. The nozzles come in different sizes. There's a little number on the side. So here's this is one of the nozzles here. So the fluid goes through this little filter, and it comes out the end here. I have like 4 nozzles, which I'll give you, and they have a number on the side. This one I think this one's a 3. I think it's the smallest one I have. So the problem with the smaller nozzles is they plug easy, and then you just gotta unscrew this and take the filter out and clean it off. But when you have the 7th injector going, you really don't need too much water meth if you're going to use the water meth. You just want a little bit, so the smaller nozzles that's why I went to that. But you could use a big nozzle and just turn the pressure way down on the pump, which the pump has. The pump has right there on top. You see those three. Right there, you see those three little Allen screws, and in the center, there's an Allen right in the center, and that's the pump pressure adjustment. So if you want to turn the pump pressure up or down, you just adjust that. So if you wanted to use a bigger nozzle, but then turn the pressure down, then you wouldn't have too much trouble with the nozzles clogging. And but that's how you can adjust that, is using a little Allen wrench down there. So that company that I get all the parts from, again, is Devil's Own. And there's lots of reading you can do about 4runnermeth and see if you want to use it or not. It's kind of optional. I drilled the housing here and here, so you have the option of either putting meth in here on this side or meth on this side. So when you're injecting the 4runnermeth on this side, this is pre-boost air. This is compressed air. So you kind of have the option, because the supercharged, the air that's actually compressed runs into this top hat and then down in the engine. So that's how that works. I think that's about it for all the supercharger stuff. The 7th injector fuel hose right here, where it taps into the fuel system, this hose, it's getting kind of old. You may want to, Underdog Racing sells a stainless one, which is actually really nice, or you just get a replacement one. There shouldn't be too much. Their parts have been pretty reasonable for me. So, let's see, this white tube here, that goes to the boost gauge. So that's the boost gauge pressure, where the boost gauge gets its reading, just so you know that. I actually kind of thought about doing away with the 7th injector, with the 4runnermeth, just because, I don't know, I just got tired of using it. And I kind of thought about this boost switch. They're cool because they activate. You can have it so it turns on power at a certain amount of boost. I kind of thought about it would be cool to drill a little hole into the hood scoop and put a little red LED and have red light glow out of the hood scoop when you're under boost. But I never did that. But anyways, I just thought it'd be cool. So let's see. Yeah, other stuff on the engine. It's got new injectors. I just replaced those. New plug wires. The timing belt is probably going to have to be done probably in about 20 or 30,000 miles. And when you do that, you're going to want to do the water pump, the cam seals, the crank seal. The crank seal has a little bit of a oil weeping from it, but I mean, it's not. That's probably the only thing that's even leaking a little bit on this thing. So next time when it's due for a timing belt, you want to do all those seals and the water pump and all that. So, so I think that's about it for the engine. Like I said, I'll install the 7 injector module and program it. And I keep it usually in the glove box. I'll probably attach it inside the glove box with some Velcro for you. And there's a programming cord, so you can watch the 7 injector work on a computer. You need a laptop. It's a really basic program, so you can use an old laptop or whatever. And I'll show you. I'll get the software going and show you how to do that. So that's it for this, and I think that's it for the motor. I think I'll make another video maybe just to talk about just the rest of the vehicle, like the electronics inside, the lighting, if you ever need parts for that, all this kind of stuff that's you might not know. So All right, thanks.